Hey there, swim fans. Welcome to the Ask a Swim Pro show. My name is Ksebati, CEO of MySwimPro, and today I'm sharing with you the hardest workout I've ever done in my entire life. Not just one workout, but I'll share with you a number of different workouts that were extremely challenging for me, and I hope you find them challenging as well. Now, the theme of today's video is Hell Week. You might be thinking to yourself, what is Hell Week? And Hell Week is just a way of explaining the hardest period of training over the course of a season. It normally happens in January. A lot of people talk about Christmas training, winter training, Hell Week, training camp. It all includes the same thing. Basically, you're at the peak of your training in your season. It'll normally happen anywhere from 8 to 12 to 16 weeks before your competition, whether that's training for a championship season like a nationals or a sectionals or regionals, state championships, whatever it is that you may be doing, you're training for something that you really want to perform at. And if you want to get that done, you have to perform at your best in peak training. Now, before I share the hardest workout of my life, let's talk about what makes a workout difficult in the first place. I made a list of a couple different things that make a workout difficult. It could be the distance. Is it a long workout? Is it 10,000 meters or more? The intensity of the workout. What energy systems are we in? How hard are we actually working over the course of that distance? And of course, that corresponds to the density of the workout, the volume paired with the intensity. What stroke type is it? Is it all freestyle? Are you doing breaststroke? Are you doing butterfly? Are you doing individual medley, frim? What is the percentage of freestyle compared to other strokes across the different energy zones? How much rest are you getting? The equipment that you're using. Are you using a lot of fins, paddles, snorkel, drag socks, for example? How much of this is underwater? Are you working the underwaters? Are you going 15 meters underneath the water per wall? Or are you just doing freestyle on top of the water? What part of the season are you in? Is this a doubles workout? Are you in peak volume? Is it Hell Week? Or are you just training in taper, and of course the workout's gonna be a lot easier? Are you doing weight training? If you're training weights out of the water, strength and conditioning 4 times per week, of course your body's gonna be more broken down, and anything you do in the water, out of the water, is going to be more difficult on your body. You're gonna fatigue a little bit faster. So something to consider when you're talking about the hardest workout of your life. How much recovery are you doing? Are you able to recover? Are you nutrition, sleep, all those things factor in? Are you swimming in long course versus short course? This is probably one of the bigger deciding factors of how in shape you are and how much your body's gonna break down. You break down differently in short course yards and long course meters. Doing strokes in long course, for example, is way more difficult than doing strokes in short course. Of course, if you do breaststroke and butterfly, some things can actually be more difficult in short course yards. What is the pool temperature? This is a good one. So if you're swimming in a hot pool, the workout is going to be much more difficult because your body, your heart has to work harder to circulate the blood and cool your body while performing the workout as well. And of course, what is your emotional state? Like, are you mentally in the game? All of these different factors that we just talked about, the distance, the intensity, the time of the season, doubles, strength and conditioning, your emotional state, the temperature of the water, all of these different variables factor in to how difficult the workout is gonna be for your body. The hardest workout I've ever done combines all of these different factors. It was the peak of training, college season. It was in the winter. I believe it was in January. The workout volume was relatively high. I believe the workout was a total of over 9,000 yards. I remember we did have doubles earlier that week. This was the only workout I did that day. I believe we were doing weights 3 times per week, so my body was already broken down. I didn't get enough sleep. I was malnourished. I didn't have enough food. And so the workout was a main set where we go 10 300s freestyle. Then we did 6 100s kick. Then we did 10 200s freestyle. Then 6 100s kick, and then we did 10 100s freestyle. Now, it doesn't sound like anything too crazy, especially for a competitive college level swimmer, but when you factor in just the total distance and the intensity and the amount of fatigue that I had, this workout stands out as one of the hardest in my life. The 10 300s, I believe at the time, I was running about 115 to 120 pace, 10 300s straight through, so those might have been on the 4-minute. Then the 6 100s kick, my legs were already destroyed from weights the day before, so my legs had pretty much nothing left after a 3,000 yard block of freestyle. That puts us at 3,600. Then we did 10 200s, that's another 2,000 yard continuous set at like 115, 120 pace. And then we did 6 more 100s kick, so my legs are already destroyed. And then we did 10 100s freestyle short rest to finish it off. So that whole set right there is 6,000 yards of short rest. It may sound fast or slow to you guys, but imagine whatever your short rest interval is, doing that for 6,000 yards and then having 1,200 yards of kick thrown into the mix. So the total main set was 7,200 yards. And for me, for whatever reason, that stands out as one of the most difficult from a mental and physical standpoint. But there were some other workouts that really destroyed my body. Another one that I remember clearly, we were in Florida doing long course meters at training camp. It was around Christmas time, pure hell week scenario. And I remember this was our second workout. We topped off the day with 14,000 meters, 7,000 in the morning, over 7,000 in the afternoon PM session. I remember it was like an 8 p.m. swim, so it was already really late at night. Body's already fatigued. We were at the beach in the middle of the day, and the main set was a ladder where you go 1,000, a 900, 800, 700, 600, 500, 400, 300, 200, 100. Now I remember doing the 1,000 in the beginning thinking, oh my God, this is gonna take forever. And finally, somewhere around the 900 or the 800, I just mentally, I don't even know where I went. It felt like it was going to take forever, and it did. I could barely feel my lats. I was barely moving. It felt like I was barely moving. I was still probably going like 125 pace meters or 120 pace in long course meters, but it felt like I wasn't moving. And I remember that specifically because it was a double. We had done dry land. We had done 7,000 long course meters in the morning. That day we had done I think the day before also we did 14,000. So my body was just falling apart. So 14K for the day. Those are two of the workouts for me that stand out as the hardest in my life. I'd like to know what you guys think. What are the hardest workouts that you've ever done in your life? It could be short. It could be something as little as 500 meters worth of swimming. That could be the hardest workout of your life. It could be 20,000 meters long course. It could be an open water swim. It could be weight training. I would love to know what you guys think is your hardest workout that you've ever done in your life. Leave them in the comments. I know in Hell Week and other teams around the United States and around the world, some of the most high volume teams will do anywhere from 10 to 20,000 meters per workout every single day. So I have a few other workouts here that are pretty challenging that I found online. So it doesn't have to be super long. You don't have to do 20,000 meters in a single day. You could do a lot of fast, short, high intensity stuff. So how about 10 25s all out, 10 rounds through. You have to go as fast as possible. Your rest can be variable based on that. That's pretty tough. How about doing 100 100s, right? That's a pretty taxing one. A lot of people do that on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Christmas Day. It's a pretty common one in winter training. How about 8 100s all out on the 6 minute? Maximum effort. You're really taxing your body. You have to perform like it's a race. That can be really mentally and physically draining on your body. And I found one that Ryan Lochte said that he had done. You go 4 rounds. This sounds pretty difficult. 2 100s butterfly from a dive all out on the 130, followed by 250s backstroke on the 50, 1 all out, 1 cruise, 100 freestyle easy on the 120, and then 1 400 IM all out on the 5 minute. And you go 4 rounds of that. That sounds really, really difficult between the butterfly and not really getting a lot of rest, asking your body to perform, and then closing it out with a 400 individual medley. Oh my God, that just sounds so, so difficult. So those are some of the most difficult workouts that I've done, that I've seen online, that I've heard from other swimmers and members of our global community. I would love to know what you guys think the hardest workout you've ever done in your life. And don't forget to sign up for the Hell Week Challenge in the MySwimPro app. This is a 1-week challenge. You don't have to swim a lot. You just need to swim every single day. So from January 21 to January 26, 7 days logged in the MySwimPro app of workouts every single day. You can swim as little as 100 meters. You can swim 10,000 meters. We have a leaderboard. We would love to see how much you guys can swim in Hell Week in the MySwimPro challenge. This was the Ask a Swim Pro show. Wishing you guys the best. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Share with all your friends. We'll see you guys later.